It's been a bit of an exciting week for the Australian cricket team. We're starting to hit our strides, and in particular, it's been an exciting week for one of the batsmen we've been looking at, Shane Watson. Now, Shane Watson had a great day the other day, and he actually managed to make 176 against England in the first innings of the 5th Test, which made me think all our calculations on his averages now have to change. So the question is, what is Shane Watson's new average? So I've gone back through the data and I found out that previously there had been 83 Test innings. The average that we'd worked out was 33.7. Now this is a new innings, and his new score that we have to add on was 176. Now these are just dealing with different problems involving the mean. It's useful to have a way to do them, and you'll be familiar with this speed, distance, time triangle, knowing that if you want to calculate speed, you cover it over in the triangle, and you see you have distance divided by time. If I want distance, I cover it over, and I said speed multiplied by time. We can do the same thing for the mean, and we can have the average, which is the sum of the scores over the number of scores being the sum of the frequency. However, if I want the sum of the scores, I'd cover that over, and I can see it's the average times the number of scores. Likewise, I could cover the number of scores over, and to calculate the number of scores, I'd take the sum and divide by the average. So to calculate his new average, I need firstly to get a new total. So, coming back over here, I want a new sum. I take the mean and multiply by the number of scores. So, the sum of the scores is going to equal the 83 Test innings multiplied by the mean of 33.7. Now this was a rounded mean, so our score is going to be out a little bit from what we did previously. This works out to be 2797. Now, on top of that, he's just made a new score of 176. So I'll add the 176 on, and that gives us a grand total now for Shane Watson of 2,973 runs. So now I want to calculate the new mean, his new average, and so we know the mean is the sum of the scores divided by the number. Our new sum is 2973, and now he's played not 83 Test innings, but he's played an extra one, 84 Test innings, so I'll divide by 84. I'll do my calculations, and I'll work that out to be now 35.4. So that's good, moving in the right direction, great result. However, the golden years of Australian cricket, most of our openers had averages above 40. Most of our batsmen had averages above 40. So it made me think, what score would he need next if he's going to get to this nice 40 mark for his average? So I need to know what score he needs. So to do that, I need to know what possible sum there are. So if one more innings would be 85 Test innings, and I want an average of 40. So down here, I take my number and I multiply by my mean. So I go 85 times 40 gives me a total of 3,400. So he's got to get to 3,400. Now he is currently at 2,973. So the score he needs next is subtract those two, 427. A big score, world record, 400, held by Brian Lara of the West Indies, against England though. So next innings, if he goes out there and manages to knock up 427, he'll move his average up to 40, and he also would have hit a new world record in Test cricket for an individual batsman. Okay, so let's just keep this little triangle in mind. We'll memorise this triangle and make sure we use it to do problems that involve the mean.